next few clips aren't necessarily dealing with anything pertaining to St. Ignatius's 14 rules, but these are tips that St. Ignatius either speaks directly about or he alludes to them in his writings. So the first honorable mention rule, as it were, is to review. Let's say you commit yourself to 15 minutes of prayer, whether it be saying the rosary, whether it be reading scripture, or reading some spiritual book. So you set 15 minutes aside for yourself and you pray. After that 15 minutes is up, don't just move on to the next thing on your schedule, but take an extra 5 minutes, or if you can't do that, then an extra 2 minutes, and just come up with a couple of key words or phrases that summarizes the past 15 minutes you spent in prayer. This is a key component in prayer that not a lot of people do or even think to do, but it's important because it causes a person to really engage and respond consciously to what God has given them in their time of prayer. Now, I know the concept of reviewing might sound a little too close to school and studying and exams, which may trigger some PTSD in some people. At least it does for me. But the beauty of reviewing with the Lord is that He's not expecting you to have gotten everything in your time of prayer. You see, when you're reviewing for an exam, you basically have to review everything because everything potentially could be on the exam. But with the Lord, you don't have to stress because He does not require that you glean every single spiritual truth from every line of scripture or every bead of the rosary that you prayed. Just come up with 1 or 2 things, put them in your prayer journal or your spiritual back pocket, as it were, and then review them throughout the day. Take it with you throughout the day. This totally works, and it can be a game changer for many people. In fact, that extra 5 minutes or that extra 2 minutes of review can be just as fruitful as the past 15 minutes you spent in prayer. So take some time to review. That is to come up with 1 or 2 things that really stood out for you during your time of prayer.